this is for both of you. Just with already having played Indiana, what do you think the points of emphasis you will have on the defensive end of you? Maisha, we'll start with you.
I think it's a paint first. I don't want to say paint first, but like a paint first team. Aliyah Boston is playing a lot better since last time we played them. They're running a lot more plays through her. So I think if we can be at the point of the screen for, you know, guards coming off of it, you have Caitlin Clark over there, you have Kelsey Mitchell, who are phenomenal players. If we can be at the point of the screen, if we can guard the paint and rebound without and defend without fouling, I think we can win this game.
Yeah, I mean they're a good offensive team. I think it's making take away the easy stuff, take away what they like to do. Obviously Caitlin had a big game against us last time. It was a great crowd, a great game. And yeah, like she said, I think other people on their team are playing really well too. My sister's been hitting shots, so
I
I'm
know
happy
that's
for her.
right.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, but just taking away like the easy things, like we do with any team, try to do like make every shot what they don't want to do and make every shot tough.
Do you all feel defensively, your rotations have been improving to where you all want them to be, especially with you saying protect the paint first and the way that they like to spray out to the 3-point shooters and getting that second rotation to get out there to at least contest the shot?
Have we been doing
You
a
feel
better
like that
job?
there's been an improvement in that area?
For the most part, I think so. I think we're getting out the second side, getting out to the shooter. But if they drive it, having like make that third rotation, I think that's somewhere we can get better at that third part when the shot clock goes down and finishing the play off with a rebound. Not give up the second shots. But I think, for the initial part and the secondary spot, like we're doing a good job of that. We can improve, of course, but I think we're doing a good job.
Carly, for you, is there anything that you do shooting wise when you don't have a game that you would like to have with the ball going in the hoop that you kind of just get into a routine of doing the same thing, or do you try to get out of your head and just hoop and when it falls, it's gonna fall?
Feel like this season, depending on like what point of your schedule it is, you don't get a lot of practice. So I think that's pretty unique to an Olympic year. But in terms of what I do, I stick to my shooting. I do like my same routine every day. I have my shots outside of practice. I think I would love more practice, but when you play travel play, like it is what it is, and I'm lucky to have teammates and coaches that just tell me to keep shooting and try to utilize shoot arounds and like the pregame warm up as best I can to try to get that rhythm.
Your hand in the last game, noticed that you hit it and you had that finger taped up. Is it in a way a better feeling knowing it's your guide hand, or do you utilize your guide hand a lot more than most shooters may or may not?
I'm happy with my left hand.
That's right.
Any questions on Zoom? I think that's it. Thank you both.
All right.
Thank
Good
you.
talk,
Safe
ladies.
travel.
It's just for you guys.
Yeah. How about that? With the familiarity you have with just playing the Fever, what kinds of things are you looking to adjust defensively on them?
I mean, we have to do a better job, obviously, on Caitlin Clark. We let her get 7 threes. Sometimes it's just, players seeing it once and being able to realize some individual tendencies a little bit better. But they had some other people that hurt us in that game too. I thought we let Kelsey get loose a few times. Chrissy Wallace had a good game against us, and then I think their bigs are really playing well. And I'll put Katie Lou in that group as well. I think they made a conscious effort to get Aliyah more touches in areas where she can hurt people, and then Melissa's a really talented scorer. Katie Lou's playing great for him off the bench and hurt us in the game. So, more probably minor tweaks to personnel and stuff than wholesale changes.
And then on the offensive end, what did you like about the actions that you were able to execute against Indiana last time?
I thought we had good stretches in that game where we were able to pick on their coverages a bit. And we played with good tempo. After maybe the first 5 or 6 minutes, I thought we were a lot sharper. Kind of dug ourselves that hole in the first quarter, and then I thought we played with a lot more purpose after that. They have Aliyah is a really good rim protector, so you got to try to make her play in different areas of the floor. Their guards do a lot of switching out and overplaying, so there are opportunities there, but you have to be keyed into how you're being defended.
I asked my question just about the paint protection defense with regards to the rotation, getting it up to shooters. And she spoke on the third line of defense after that, contests happen and they get by you, that help defense. What is the biggest key in making sure that that extra rotation is where it needs to be, especially with, as you mentioned, Katie Lou, the way she's been playing, and Melissa and Aliyah being really good paint presence?
I'd say you have to help when you need to help and not when you don't need to help. It's it can't just be all help all the time, because you do that and they have guards who can make plays for shooters. You overhelp and you give up offensive boards because you've come too far. So it's, knowing what's the trigger for I'm loaded and I'm ready to go. Maybe if I'm guarding a big but slow, but I only go when I know my teammate really needs it, because they're smart enough. Caitlin Clark comes downhill and you step over farther than you need to, the ball's out to the pocket or to the big on the low block. So it's what we spend time in practice on, is just trying to find the right timing. Who are the people we can help from? Which direction the ball's going? It makes a difference for certain players. So that's why it's nice to have a couple practice days. You can actually get back into some of that stuff instead of just trying to do it from film.
Is there an emphasis as well too of kind of also defending intelligently with regards to when Aliyah and Melissa become facilitators, especially in that high post that they like to get in that area?
Yeah, I thought we made a couple mistakes last time against them of we weren't there when they caught it or before they caught it, and then we tried to get there and we kind of made it obvious where the next pass needed to go. If it does get to that spot, we're trying not to let it get there a lot, but if it does get to that spot, you got to kind of stall them and slow it down and let your people scramble back into the play and try to help from the side where you got extra bodies. So, I think Indiana's also gotten a lot better at it than they were at the start of the year. They've now seen those aggressive coverages a bunch. Aliyah and Melissa and Katie Lou and those guys have gotten a lot of reps out of that role. So, young teams getting smarter, getting better.
Any questions on Zoom? That's it then, Coach. Thank you.